How's it going, guys? In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Elvira Mistress of the Dark NECA action figure commemorating the 40th anniversary of Elvira herself, the Mistress of the Dark. This figure was released back in 2022 if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't able to pick her up for she was actually released for Haulathon, and I wasn't able to pick her up back then, but I was able to pick her up at Texas Frightmare last year in 2022 at a great price. The vendor was only selling it for maybe like a little bit over retail, so it wasn't crazy expensive to pick her up. With Texas Frightmare coming up, might as well unbox this figure that I got last year at Texas Frightmare. We'll get a quick look around the box, and then we'll get her opened up and get a better look at the figure. So on the front we got a nice iconic photo shot of Elvira herself, Mistress of the Dark, Elvira 40th anniversary. On the side, profile photo of Elvira, as well as a small photo shot of the figure itself, NECA logo, Real Toys, and Elvira Mistress of the Dark logo on the top. And on the other side, or on the back rather, some nice photo shots of the figure posed with some of the accessories. A nice little write-up. Very, very solid figure. And then same on the other side, Elvira photo shot, as well as a photo shot of the figure. NECA Real Toys logos and Elvira Mistress of the Dark. And comes with the display window box, so you can already see her. This is a retro cloth figure. I don't really collect these too much, but I mean, it's Elvira, and I grew up watching Elvira, so I had to pick her up. Not to mention, I mean, she looks stellar. So let's get her opened up, and we'll get a better look at the figure. Okay, guys, so let's get right into it. The figure itself, I have to say, is pretty solid. I dig the I mean, the head sculpt itself looks pretty spot on to Cassandra Peterson, Elvira, aka Elvira. But yeah, and the hair is a bit of a it's interesting because it's like a softer plastic here on the hair, but up here it's I guess it's a bit of a harder plastic. Start off with the head articulation. Head, I would imagine, can rotate all the way around. The hair does kind of get in the way, so, but yeah, you can rotate the head all the way around. Like I said, I'm really digging the head sculpt. I mean, the face looks pretty spot on to Elvira, I'd have to say. NECA did a great job on that. As for the arm does come up 90 degrees. Looks like it could rotate all the way around, but I think with the way her dress is, it's probably going to hinder some of that rotation a little bit. But essentially it could rotate all the way around. As you can see, the dress is starting to have some issues there, so don't want her to have a video fail. As for the arm, it looks, or it feels like it's double, yeah, feels like it's double jointed in the elbow, and there is rotation at the elbow. As for the wrist, there is, oh, that's cool, she's got her bracelet there. The wrist does have full rotation all the way around and has some articulation back and forth. It might be that this is brand new out of the box, so this might be a little stiff. So as for the other arm, same thing. It actually comes up way higher than 90 degrees, so that's pretty cool. Again, arm could rotate all the way around, but I think the dress is kind of hindering the movement a little bit, or at least the dress is getting caught when I try to rotate the arm. So I'm not going to rotate it. We already tried on the other arm. Again, double joint in the elbow. Elbow does rotate all the way around. It's a little stiff on this arm. Hand does rotate all the way around. And it's cool, she still has her wrist there, her wrist band there, as well as her signature ring. And again, hand does have some articulation. As for the torso, it doesn't feel like there's too much articulation there in the torso. At least that's what it seems like. Not too much. As for the legs, leg does come up. Does not too much goes back. It seems like there is some rotation at the thigh. There is no rotation at the knee, and it looks like it's a single joint at the knee. There is no rotation. There is a little bit of a swivel on the ankle, but there's no what is there? Yeah, there is rotation. Okay, I don't want to break it, guys. It's brand new out of the box, so there is rotation on the foot, but it doesn't really. There's not really much else. It doesn't go forward or back. As for the other leg, same thing. Comes up. Doesn't go too much back. Rotation at the upper thigh. Single joints in the knee. And again, rotation. This is a little bit more stiff, but yeah, you get the gist, guys. It does rotate at the ankle. So I wonder if you can do the splits. Yep, you can do the splits too. So I do like the dress. It's a bit of a soft goods dress. Definitely dig the figure so far. So let's go ahead and get into some of the accessories she comes with, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get the boring ones out of the way. She does come with a stand with one peg. It's nice that NECA included her with this. I have to say though, she wasn't really hard to stand. I mean, I have her here standing on her heels. I was thinking they were including this for a reason, and so far it doesn't seem like she's you know, having a need for this. So that's kind of cool. I have an extra stand now for another figure. Another accessory she comes with, guys, she comes with her little dagger. Now it's pretty tiny, so I would definitely recommend being very, very careful with this. But I really like the attention to detail. I think NECA knocked it out of the park. Again, I say it over and over again, but you see the little ruby there, the little detail in the little hilt of the little dagger. I mean, this is pretty solid. I really dig the mold on this. It's really nice. It's not a soft plastic, so but I would definitely still be careful with this, just for the sake of possibly losing it. So yeah, that's a pretty. I'm glad that they included that with this figure. Up next, she comes with a skull head with the eye popping out, and it's got the candles melting. You can see the wax melting there on the skull, as well as the hair. Clearly this is probably like a zombie head or something. Definitely a rotting corpse for sure. And not for nothing, but I mean, NECA brought it all the way down to the bottom, and then you can see the underlining of the skull there. The strands look really detailed. Really dig the attention to detail on this figure. See the spider there. There's just a lot going on with this accessory here. If I can say so myself. You see the little serpent going through the skull. I mean, you see the eyeball with the blue coloring. I mean, I will say this: the hair is a bit of a soft plastic, but it's not too bad. Also, I would be careful with these though, because the candles up here, the flames are soft plastic, so I can see these maybe possibly breaking. But everything else on this is pretty solid. I really dig. I really dig this spooky addition to this figure. I think it's really nice. A lot of attention to detail on this. Really nice, guys. Next, we got a chalice. Really nice mold on this too. I love the detail here in the chalice or goblet. I mean, what's the difference? Goblet's bigger, right? This is more like a chalice, maybe. Well, anyway, I don't know if you could tell. There's like a some eyes there, and then actually it kind of looks like a skull all the way around. In my opinion, I don't know what you guys comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. But I think those look like a couple ruby eyes, the skull nose, and yeah, just looking all the way around, looks like skull eyes. Really nice, solid detail on this. I really dig Really dig this, and the green on this really pops. I love this that smoky, spooky green effect. It's a soft plastic, so I would be careful with this too. But overall, I would say this is a solid, very solid accessory. And last but not least, guys, we have the alternate head sculpt of Elvira, the signature wink that Elvira gives. Again, here's a bit of soft plastic. Kind of curious if I should, and I'm not too sure which one I would pose her with this one, her iconic wink, or the default head sculpt. I kind of like the default head sculpt, but I mean, come on, you just can't go wrong with the signature wink that Elvira has. And again, I have to say, the detail and the face sculpt for the figure is really nice. I think NECA really caught Elvira's facial features. Pretty spot on, if you ask me. I like the attention to detail in the strands of the hair. Looks pretty solid. I mean, yeah, I say it time and time again, NECA really knocks it out of the park with these figures. That about wraps it up for this video, guys. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of the figure. Have you come across this figure? As I said before, I believe I first saw this figure at Target. They released it for Haulathon 2021, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, the first time I saw it, I picked it up for a buddy of mine, and I was like, just looking at it, I was like, man, I want to pick one up for myself, but every time I kept going back, I could not find one for the life of me. I did find one. They actually released this version, which is a regular version, and they released a signature version, which is basically the same thing. It just has Elvira's signature. And I've already met Elvira in the past at Texas Frightmare, so I was not really needing the signature, but I really did want this figure after seeing in hand for my buddy. Definitely a solid figure. If you're new to the channel, feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, thanks again, guys, for coming back and for the continued support. I really appreciate it, and can't thank y'all enough. As a release of this video, I'll be at Texas Frightmare weekend in Dallas. If any of y'all are planning to attend and you see a bearded guy walking around with our Cat Dead shirt, feel free to say hello, because that's probably going to be me. And I would definitely like to say hi to everybody in the community if you are planning to go to Frightmare. Until then, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy and have a good one.